Oh, it's okay. I needed my glasses, didn't I?
You need your glasses.
My computer screen glasses.
That's right.
Hey, everyone.
What is going on, y'all? Hope y'all having a wonderful day.
Wonderful Tuesday.
Wonderful Tuesday. What is the date?
Oh, I'm looking. May the 23rd,
Yeah.
2023
That's right.
at 4 o'clock. And I'm going to say it Central Standard Time. Guess what?
What?
I didn't read a single comment about why I said Central Standard Time.
Well, good.
Not a single one. So that means
That's
that
funny.
maybe my point as to why I say that came across.
Maybe so. I want to go ahead.
I was just going to say, I bet people don't even realize there's a central time zone.
That's what we had decided. I got this streaming on your Facebook page because we're still having issues with ours. So I'm going to share it right now
To yours?
to mine or the main one. And let's see if that way we'll see more people jump on here.
Oh, you're sharing that where they can go on and see it?
I'm sharing the live right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I'm only seeing
yeah, I only saw it too, but
YouTube.
You know, last time we only saw Facebook.
Go.
There's a Facebooker.
There we go.
Hey.
All right.
Who was that? Liz.
Liz.
All right, Liz. We're glad you're here too. So,
No. Holly's trying to get on the couch and we don't want her to.
We are inside because, wow, have we gotten a lot of rain?
Have we gotten a lot of rain?
It's Mary Carl told me just a few minutes ago that she was ready for it to stop raining.
We've gone, so we needed the rain so bad, but it has rained for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and now Tuesday. It's 4 days straight of it raining.
Did it start Friday? I don't know why, but I'm thinking it started Friday.
Maybe it did rain some Friday.
But y'all, I mean, Alabama has been wet. We're going to be wishing for this rain.
I know. That's why I'm not complaining too much about it.
But we've had a wet, and guess what else?
What?
Cool day.
Today has really been cool.
The highs are in the 60s, and we've almost hit 100 already.
Yeah.
So for it to go from almost 100 to in the 60s, that's quite a transition.
Yeah, it's big. Matter of fact, we had a couple of days where it was 102 heat index.
That's right.
The only thing I don't like, I mean, I love in the rain because we need it, but it makes me so darn sleepy every time. I swear, y'all, I don't know. I don't know why it does that, but it definitely I just get so tired.
Well, I feel like rain. Hey, Holly's chasing her tail. I feel like rain is a blessing for me because there are times when both you and Mary Carl come to me and say, "Do I have any clean socks?
Yeah.
Do I have any clean underwear?" And it's usually clean, but it's sitting in laundry baskets waiting to be put up.
Yeah.
So when it's days like these, I have things that I need to get done that I don't get done normally.
Right. Well, I got a bunch of stuff done inside too. There's a bunch of.
Is your video edited for tomorrow?
No, not quite. It's almost there though.
Well,
it's getting close. Holly, don't knock the light over.
Holly's going round and round and round.
Y'all probably can hear her feet shuffling.
Well, I thought we were going to be outside, and so I put the sweatshirt on because I'm, as y'all know, kind of cold natured. But Jason said, "No, the wind's blowing way too hard.
It's way too hard outside. Y'all wouldn't hear us."
The last time we did a live, not last time, but the time before, because we were an odd day this week, we had an additional Sunday live where we tried the Dr. Pepper ice cream. And excuse me, y'all, I'm having some allergies that are terrible. But the last live we did, some people were saying they couldn't hear us. And it was simply because it wasn't blowing that hard, but it was just a little bit of wind makes it circle around the house where you can't hardly hear us.
That's right. And some people are saying put the windsock on the microphone, but we're just streaming from the laptop. We don't have a mic hooked up or anything. It's just strictly laptop. I feel like that when I start getting too technical, I start getting where I don't want to do them because it takes so long to set all this up. So
I got kind of tickled thinking about how much we used to go through to get our lives done.
Yeah.
And we weren't doing them live. We were doing them pre-recorded. Jason had to edit them and then post it. And we were calling it a podcast then, because it is a podcast, but it's done live. But you went to such great measures to get it so perfect. Y'all, we had a, what's that thing?
The mixing board?
Oh, we had a mixing board. I think he was secretly wanting to be a DJ. and so he would adjust the stuff on the mixing board.
Yeah.
And we used the microphones and the headphones. We look professional. And now we just look like regular old rednecks.
Yeah, it was well, I did that mainly because originally it was all audio. So I wanted the audio to be super clear, and that's why we had the the microphones and the headphones on so we could hear. So that's why we went that route. And then it just got to be too much work to do all that. And then we started doing the video portion of it and the audio portion of it. That made it really difficult. And so we started live streaming, and I was editing them where the live stream sounded like a podcast,
Right.
But that got to be difficult. And so then I just started uploading the podcast, and it just got to be so much. I've had several messages here lately that said, we miss y'all or miss hearing you on the podcast sites where you just listen to us. And well, it's mainly because it costs a good bit of money to get my podcast up on a podcast site, and we don't get nothing in return on a podcast. It's just nothing, zero, absolutely nothing, because we don't do sponsor ads on a podcast or anything like that. So that's why I just kind of stopped doing it. But YouTube now changes our live streams into a podcast form, an audible podcast form. And I just found this out here very, very, very recently. So what that means is YouTube has an app called YouTube Music, and it's completely free. Now, when it comes up, they're going to say, so pay the premium to get this. You don't have to do any of that. Just cancel all that. And you can go to the little podcast thing at the top. It's just like Spotify and Podbean and Apple Podcasts. It's the same concept. You click that podcast thing up there and then search us. Our live streams come up there, and you can listen to it like a regular podcast. So that's on YouTube's music app. It's called YouTube Music.
Well,
so if you're a fan of the audible version of this, then check that out. I downloaded it, and it works. It absolutely works.
I was just thinking that some people say they like to listen to us while they're working or while they're cleaning house or doing other things. And that would be handy.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I double checked it, and it worked. Like I said, the only thing is that you're going to see things that say, pay.
Make you think you got to pay what you don't.
You don't. Just cancel all that stuff out, y'all. But most of us are kind of used to that stuff anyways, that, you can just cancel it and it's all free. But I think you'll get some space if you pay for it. You get to download music and all that kind of good stuff. But if you just want to listen to us, it's on that YouTube Music app.
Well, I think most of you guys would be very mad at us if we took away the visual part and went back to the audio, because then you wouldn't get to see Holly jumping up on the couch and getting in trouble, or the boys running by, with their shenanigans. And by the way, they are very wet and nasty on the porch because of the rain today.
Well, most everybody probably saw your reel today.
Yeah, but you know what? When I left a few minutes ago, I gave the boys a pat on the head because they were laying on the porch. And they're both just about clean. And you know why?
Why?
Because they like the rain.
Really?
Yes, they'll both be out there playing in the rain, standing in the rain. And I'm thinking, why would you want to do that? But it's a good thing because it got all that red dirt off both of them.
They love, I got video of them in one of the recent videos of them playing, and it's raining hard.
Yeah.
And they're out there in the middle of the yard, wide open, playing like it's not even raining at all.
You're not going to see Foxy sitting out in the rain.
Heavens no.
So I don't think that's the Pyrenees in them, but
I started wondering if they had some lab in them.
I don't know what they got in them, but they like water because Holly will run out there and do her business, but she's coming right back.
She's not I mean, she likes to swim, but it's not like Labrador swim. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those boys, they've been in the pond before, and I mean, they literally just love the water.
It is. It's nuts how much they love to be in the water. Absolutely nuts. And it was so much so that I Googled, do Great Pyrenees love water? Do Anatolian Shepherds love water? Do German Shepherds love water? And technically, everything I came up with is that
nothing.
You know, they don't mind it, but they're not lovers of water. But these guys, oh my gracious!
You know what it is?
What?
They know that we already work hard enough.
Yeah.
And to take time out of our day to go give them a bath would be,
so they're helping us out.
A little too much. So
they're helping us out.
Maybe one of them shampoos the other one up, and they take turns and go out in the rain. And
maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is.
Y'all, I need a haircut.
Oh, little man, slow down back here. Wake up. He's tired of the rain too.
Well, I'm tired of my hair. And I'm sitting here looking at myself thinking that y'all are going to say you need a barrette, you need this, but my haircut lady moved, as y'all know, and I have a new haircut lady, but she can't seem to figure out the length that I want it cut to. And I have pictures and I have visuals that I tell her, but I don't have an appointment until the 31st, I think it is, which is the end of next week. That's a long time away.
That is a long time away.
I don't know how I'm going to make it till then. You think you could cut it?
Heck yeah. You've seen what I can do to mine. You know I can cut yours.
Yeah, and you know what that hairdresser said when she saw Jason's? Don't cut your hair anymore.
I'm going to tell you. A couple of days ago when it was at 102 heat index and the dew point was around 80% and it was 110% humidity, I was thinking about getting my razor out.
Well, look, if I can make it with this mop of mine,
I don't know how ladies do it. I don't know how ladies do it. Yeah, I was thinking about it the other day. I was watching some YouTuber that was a female and she was gardening. I think she was flower farming. And she was out there cutting flowers and had that hair.
Yeah.
And had it pulled up. But I know it's still hot as Hades. And on top of that, most of y'all wear a brassiere. And that's got to be extra heat too. Wearing that.
So don't talk about cutting your own hair.
I better not talk about cutting my own hair.
I just it gets to bothering me sometimes. If I get my clippers out and go at it, then you can't say a word.
Yeah.
So, well, we have a new animal on the farm, and I told y'all Sunday it was going to be some. Y'all think he's talking to me because you can't see her.
No. Sorry. Go ahead.
So I told y'all
she
Sunday.
Don't listen to Brooke. That's why I have to say something. She won't listen to you at all.
And that's because my no is no, sweetheart. No. Yeah. And she doesn't take me seriously. But I told y'all Sunday that there was going to be a new animal on the farm Monday. And at that time, Jessie was already here. And Jessie is a new mini donkey.
Jessie is a wonderful, wonderful Holly baby. You're going to have to go downstairs.
Can you get her something? Or does she not have anything?
She doesn't. Here? The other dogs take it all outside.
So Jessie's fitting in just perfect. Yesterday morning, she went into the little corral area that I had to separate the goats at one time. Mm-hmm. And I fed her in there one time, and that's all it took because she went in there to get away from the other animals so she could eat separately because that's what I'd done one time previously. So the only issue is feeding them separately. And she's so slow. She's so slow when she eats. So I just let her, just leave her alone. So I just let Jessie stay in the little confined area until she finishes eating. And then the other animals always finish before her. So once they're all done, they go back together and everything works out. But this morning it was raining. And Daniel told us that donkeys don't mind the rain. They're not like goats. And it started raining when they were here, and all she did was held her head down. And Daniel said he likes to call her Eeyore when she hangs her head down like that, because she's just getting it out of her face. But she will use the porta hut. We've seen her in it several times. She's not scared of the other animals to go in there to get shelter if it's hot or whatever. But everything's going well. She's starting to feel like Mildred is not going to hurt her, and Mildred makes a big loud moo when she sees me loving on Jessie. She looks at me like, Mama, what about me? And I am sharing my love. I'm not, being biased by a new animal, but I'm sure Mildred sees it as, hey, why she get to do that and I don't? And a big loud moo comes out. So
I tell you, when she first, when we first got her down, and then we led her into the pasture and disconnected the harness, and she kind of, trotted off to the back and kind of stayed back there in the corner. And then the first two animals to greet her were Mildred and Bootsy, which I thought was fascinating to some degree, because when we got Mo, same thing. It was Mildred and Bootsy. And I think Bootsy is
the dominant goat.
They all have a pecking order, and I think Bootsy is the dominant one. And then then Mildred, of course, is just being Mildred. So
because she's big and bulky, and
exactly.
She just kind of shows her dominance in that way, rather than what Bootsy does, which is kind of rears up on her hind legs sometimes and gives them a headbutt. But Mo hadn't been with us but 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And y'all, I still let Mo out because he wants to come out and walk around with me. But I was letting him out for a reason, that I felt like he wasn't getting enough food, because they were all, squished in that area at the trough together. So I was letting him out and he would eat on the backside. Well, he holds his own now.
Yeah, he does.
I see him. If somebody pushes him out of the way, he takes that head and he rams them right back.
That's right.
And that didn't take long at all. But I don't want Jessie eating with the goats, because she doesn't need goat feed.
Right.
The goat feed is just not balanced for a horse, which is the type of food that a donkey would eat as horse food.
Right.
But you know what I found out?
What's that?
After Jessie started going to that little corral area, just about on her own, I said, maybe Judy won't have to stay the whole month of July.
Yeah, that was another thing I was going to say is boy, she picked up quick that you feed her in that area, because in the mornings, the last couple of mornings, she sees us and she automatically goes in that little corral, that little chute.
Right.
And stands there and waits.
It literally took her 1 or 2 feedings to realize that if she went in there, then she would get her food separate than the other ones. She's fine with that. Everybody else is fine with that. So I'm just glad it was already there and we didn't have to come up with a, plan to separate her, because we don't want her eating the goat feed.
Right.
But it gave me the confidence to know that we can put our animals to bed.
Yeah, it did. It just shows you how food driven they are and how easily they are to train. Now, she's new, and I think that may have played a part in it, but I'm thinking that when we move them to the new area,
that'll be new and it'll be easier to work with.
I agree. It'll be a reset button. They won't be in the same routine that they've done for the last 2 years.
That's
over
right.
and over again. They'll be in a whole different area and a brand new routine.
I feel confident that we can get it done.
I think so too. I absolutely think so too.
They can all stay in the pasture together, just like Miss Judy's at Sneed Farmhouse Sanctuary. What is it?
Look at there.
Oh, there's Judy. We're talking about you, lady. But it's all good. If our animals can be pastured together, just like Judy's are, and at night when we tell them to go to bed, they're going to go in their separate fenced-in areas to eat and to sleep.
Yeah.
And the next morning, we set them back out in the pasture. So, if y'all don't follow Miss Judy, again, it's Sneed's Farmhouse Sanctuary. She's got a YouTube channel. She's got a Facebook page. And that lady's got it going on.
Yeah, she the way she's got her animals taught and trained, that is just
And I don't think
mind-blowing.
anybody taught her. I think that she just figured out what worked best for her
Oh,
farm.
absolutely.
And that's just brilliance in my opinion, because she didn't grow up being a farm girl.
Right.
You know, she was a yoga instructor or fitness instructor, and that has nothing to do with farming.
Mm-mm.
So
Unless she's teaching her animals aerobics.
well, she does do goat yoga, you know. But y'all, she's got Ruger trained. Ruger's her little goat,
Yeah.
her little tiny goat. She's got him trained where she tells him to put his shoes on. He doesn't actually put his shoes on, of course, but that means he's going somewhere.
He's going somewhere.
And that little goat goes to ballparks with her and different places, rides in the car with her, and it's just incredible.
It is, and I've told you in the past, and it may never happen, but I would like to do something like that with an animal. And I've thought about a dog, and I've thought
What about Jessie?
But I would like to be able to take it to nursing homes.
We can take Jessie.
And
I just got to have a bigger car.
And a big diaper.
And a big diaper.
A big diaper.
And somebody to change that diaper.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I'm going to be the driver, so I'm going to need somebody else to do that. Right?
That's right.
You change diapers?
Oh, I have.
Well, will you change Jessie?
I've changed Jessie's diaper. Okay. She's a little bitty. Can't be that bad.
If you potty train her, you won't have to worry about it. Just tell her, Jessie, just hold it. We're going to stop it when we get to the nursing home.
There you go.
But yeah, that would be awesome to be able to have an animal that could go to places like that.
Mm-hmm.
And let people that aren't able to get out and actually feel and touch and hold and you know, get to love on animals the opportunity to do so in their own environment.
Right.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm telling you, my allergies are crazy. My eyes are itching. I'm all messed up. But I'm going to be okay.
You're going to be okay. Gosh, I lost my train of thought after you
talking about going to the nursing home.
I would like to do that.
I would like to do something different than a dog.
Yeah.
Something that people don't see every day.
Yeah. You're right.
Just a little different. Not to say that those people that do that with dogs and normal animals aren't special, because they are, but I would just want it to be a little different.
Yeah. We could I even seen there's a lady that I follow. She has a duck. She takes the duck and it's just to nursing homes and that kind of thing. And I think his name's Elwood. I think that's his name. But he pops up on my feed every now and then. I always get tickled.
Well, I tell you, just to bring a smile to somebody's face, it would be worth it.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. I will say this, Jessie I see her now. She has enjoyed grazing, hasn't she?
She has.
She really, really has.
I told y'all I pulled up a few minutes ago and it was not raining at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It had just finished raining and she was standing in one of the porta huts just enjoying her shelter.
Yeah.
So nobody pushes her around. Nobody tells her she can't do something.
Not at all.
She just she fits in well, and I think it's going to be perfect.
Yeah. Everybody, they adjusted well, a lot quicker, or not her pasture mates a lot quicker, but she adjusted a lot quicker than Mo did.
Yeah. Now Mo took a good week, a good full week for me to feel like things are going to settle down and he's going to feel comfortable here.
Right.
He kind of bonded with Paris more so than any other goat, I would think. But you'll see him standing up under Mildred while he's eating. He could literally just walk right up under Mildred. And I mean, he's friends with everybody.
Yeah, he is friends with everybody now. Hey, to me, he's not even attached to Paris anymore.
No, he's not. Because I think he felt that he needed to buddy up with somebody initially. So she was his go-to, but now it's just everybody gets along.
Yeah. Everybody gets along. He I tell you, he's a mess.
He is a mess. And when he gets bigger, he'll go in with the boys.
Yeah.
But he's not big enough right now. Don't not that our boy goats are mean, but with him being in there with Moody or potentially getting stepped on or something like that, we just don't want anything to happen. So when they go out into the pasture, it'll probably be time at that point for him to go in with the other boys.
That's right.
Moody won't be in there with the boys anymore. He'll be he'll be hopefully with Mildred in a separate area.
He will. And you know, I was talking about how it was Mildred and Bootsy that kind of met Jesse first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, number 3 was
Tip.
Nugget.
Oh yeah. Well,
Nugget's real protective of his area, and when he first saw Jesse, he was very cautious of Jesse. He stands up and he raises that head. And he almost goes straight because Nugget's like this.
He looks 7 foot tall and bulletproof when he stands up straight.
Yeah, he's like that, just like this right here.
Yeah.
But when he gets alert, he's almost straight up and down.
Vertical.
I mean, he's just.
Yep.
And he was doing that up against the fence, but it didn't take long, and he was normal.
Well,
very curious of Jesse.
So I go in with Jessie in the morning when she eats, and that's my one-on-one time with her to love on her. I go again in the afternoon, and then throughout the day. But this morning, I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm standing with my back to Nugget's pen, and I'm watching Jessie eat. I'm just standing there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my brain wasn't working right because I was standing to where Nugget could reach me.
Oh, goodness.
Would you please look at the back of my neck?
Did he get you?
Do you see anything?
Right there?
Well, if that's a mark, then that's it.
Oh,
Y'all,
my gracious.
He saw my necklace, and I thought I was far enough from the fence. I actually didn't even think anything about it.
Yeah.
He wasn't there when I turned my back. But I was literally 1.5 feet from the fence.
And he got you.
And he saw my necklace, and he grabbed it.
Oh, God.
And I said some words that I wouldn't ordinarily say, and glad we weren't recording. And I told him that. I said, Nugget, if we had been recording, we'd have been in big trouble. And he apologized and gave me a high five, and we went on about our way. But Jessie thought, what in the world is she doing all that for? I was jumping around, and it hurts.
If it gets you in a tender spot.
Well, you weren't expecting it.
And you're not expecting. It's kind of like getting, like an electric fence typically is
unprepared.
It just, gets you more than it does actually
hurts.
And so, yeah, that's kind of what Nugget does. He just.
Oh, goodness. It just, bam, he just hit me, just like that.
Mm.
And he doesn't do it to be ugly of all things. But
Mm.
I will say that DJ did not want to go near Nugget.
No, and I didn't know this until then. And I'm sure she's talked about it before.
Yeah,
but
she made a video about it.
Did she?
Well, about just big birds.
She is scared of big birds. And I even told her, I said, look, Nugget will lay down and we can pet him. He's not going to do anything. And she didn't want to do it. So, and I get it. Because I don't like rats at all. And if somebody had a rat, say, this thing's a pet rat. He's super sweet. He's got a bow on his neck. I'm not messing with it, really.
Well,
I'm just not going to.
My mama was terrified of birds until Mary Carl started, her love of birds.
Regular birds.
Birds. Anything that could fly. I remember we were going down the driveway one day and one got in the car with us. I don't know what it was, but she just about come unglued because she was terrified of a bird. A little songbird.
Little bird.
A little bird. But Mary Carl got Zert first.
Yeah.
And, she had Penny, who's a chicken, but Zert was her first flying bird, I guess you would say. And Mama fell in love with it, and her phobia went away after that. However, she will not go in with Nugget.
She won't go in with Nugget. Nugget is intimidating. I get it.
She will not go in with Nugget.
I totally get it.
Now, Houston and Jacoby, they went in with Nugget.
Yeah, and I took them in, and I made, I didn't make Nugget lay down. He's going to lay down as soon as he sees me. And I start petting him, and they got to pet him and feel of him and that kind of thing.
Yeah. So a lot of people said that they didn't see Houston. Was Houston here? Yes. Houston was here along with his friend Jacoby.
They were
so
here.
If y'all follow Arms Family or do your best with DJ, then you know who those fellows are.
Yep. They had a great time in the blackberry patch.
Yeah, they did. He brought DJ one in.
Did he?
And she ate it. It was so big. I don't think she was expecting to not be able to talk afterwards. She was because her teeth were all purple and the blackberry was so big.
They are huge.
They are huge.
And they are turning fast because him and Jacoby had a mess of them. The next day, me and Mary Carl ate until we couldn't eat no more.
Well,
and then Yesterday I ate again, and then it's rained all day today,
So
I ain't been out there today.
Well, yesterday, Mary Carl and I had to go to the barn, and we drove the side by side down the row where the blackberries are. She said, "Mama, stop right there." And I said, "Why?" She said, "Get close to that one right there, that black one. I want one that don't have any red on it."
Oh,
so
that's funny.
I picked it for her, and I said, "You want another one?" She said, "Mm-mm." And she ate it all the way to the
Now
barn.
she likes hers the ripe as they can get.
Yes.
She
no
likes,
red on it.
She wants hers to be, because you can even get a black one and it still have the tart.
Yeah, she said squishy.
She wants hers in there, and it's a fine line there too with a blackberry.
She had to examine it. She had to look at it real close, and
you can once you see it, you can kind of tell. But you can tell once they turn sweet. They go from tart to sweet, and it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
But if you wait too long,
you got a fermented blackberry.
Then it gets too much. But
that's right.
I like them all kind of ways. And what's funny is that I got a message from Wes from Big Family Small Farm today, and he said, "I've never had a red blackberry before in my life, and I saw your reel the other day. Are you talking about that red blackberry and how you loved them when you were a kid, but you're going to hold up on eating this one until it turned black?" He said, "I couldn't resist myself. You got me curious." And so I ate the red blackberry, and he said, "Jason, I loved it."
Oh my gracious.
It's similar. I say sour, but it's more tart than it is sour, really. To me, it's the difference between tartness and something sour. Like a Granny Smith apple's tart.
And see, you have always been a tart fan, whereas me not so much.
I love that spectrum. Like green plums. Oh my gracious, y'all. I could eat green plums until I'm sick.
Well, I just am. You won't find me out there picking any blackberries. I love to see them growing. I love to cook with them and eat it that way. But I'm not going to pick one off the vine and eat it. It's just not my thing.
I love tartness. Do any of y'all like green plums? I love green plums. When growing up, we had 2 plum trees in the back, and they would just be loaded with plums. And I would go out there and I would eat those things, I swear, until my teeth hurt.
Not me.
I love them. And green apples, I like green apples, Granny Smith apples. I love those.
Well, I told you the other day that I saw a post from one of the local farmers markets that had green plums, and you said, "Don't get them. I'll make myself sick."
I will. I will make myself sick, y'all, eating green plums. I love green plums. Oh my! Look at everybody. I'm not the only one that likes green plums. Look at them popping up.
I even told him, I said, "Jason, we could get them and freeze dry them." He said, No. Because freeze drying makes the flavor more intense. Oh, can you imagine what it would be like to freeze dry?
I can't imagine what it'd be like. I'll have blueberries soon, Mary. I saw Mary say she loves blueberries. We should have blueberries coming up pretty soon.
Has Petals from the Past had their Black and Blueberry Festival?
We're a little early.
When will that be?
It's going to be sometime in June. Well, I don't know exactly what day it is in June.
If y'all are nearby and you're looking for something to do, Petals from the Past, is it on their website?
They typically, but y'all, it used to be a really big deal, but it kind of
fizzled out.
It kind of where they didn't.
I mean, you can go and buy their blackberries at any time and pick them yourself.
You can.
But they have a festival that has a little bit more involved, and it's actually really busy during that time. If you're that kind of person that likes to go and when it's a busy time, that's a good time. But it's neat to go there and pick them straight off the vine.
Blackberry walking tour, blueberry walking tour.
Are they not doing it anymore?
I don't think they're doing it anymore.
I know at one point I bought a cookbook that they had. It was the Petals from the Past Black and Blueberry Cookbook. It's just a little pamphlet kind of thing.
I will say this, on June the 3rd, they will have a blackberry walking tour. And on June the 10th, they'll have a blueberry walking tour.
Do you know what June the 3rd is? I'm just testing.
Yes, I do know what June the 3rd is.
Okay. June the 3rd is the day that we were married. And Jason's not very good with dates.
I'm not very good with dates.
And when he said June the 3rd, he didn't bat an eye. So I was just wondering if he remembered that was our anniversary.
Y'all, let me tell you what I did one time. I got Brooke a card, and I got her something else for her anniversary. And I gave it to her the day before. I gave it to her on June the 2nd. And I was so confident I was right. So confident I I was right, and you didn't bat an eye. You just went right along with it.
It's okay. It's, when you know, right?
Jacqueline said all of us with a kill calendar knows exactly what June the 3rd is.
Oh, okay. Yep, June the 3rd. And we will be married 24 years.
Wow. Married 24 years, and we started dating when,
oh my goodness,
1993.
Yeah, so 7 years from that. 30 years.
Wow.
This is our 30th year together.
Goodness gracious.
That's too long, Jason. Y'all know I'm kidding.
Oh, me.
I could never have enough of...
What Michael Key say? It's not just you, Jason. See, Mike may be bad with dates too.
Well,
And you know it. You're used to it. But you can tell me, like, you have to keep up like day-to-day stuff.
Oh my gracious! I told him last night.
It does not, y'all. I mean, and I can't explain it, but I guess people that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. But dates and days and all that, it does not. It's like it doesn't even exist almost.
I said something. It was about something that we had planned to do, and I could not believe that you didn't remember it.
I have to.
I know what it was. So we knew DJ and Daniel were coming this past Saturday.
That was one of them right there.
And so Thursday, I said, has Daniel told you what time they were planning on coming? And he said, no. He said, he'll let me know closer to time. And I said, Jason, they're coming Saturday.
I think it was on Friday when you told me. It was like, they're coming tomorrow. I was like,
it was pretty close to whenever it was happening, and he had totally forgot. He said, "Are they coming? Is it this weekend when they're coming?"
It's not that I forgot they were coming.
Oh, I know.
It's just that
the day stuck up on you.
Yeah.
So I told him last night. I said, "You realize that tomorrow's Tuesday, and we are doing a podcast at 4:00."
Yeah, she has to keep me up with the podcast big time because I will just.
It'll be 3:30, and he'll say, "I forgot. I forgot."
Yeah, it's just like everything's like the same day. It's just all continuous. That's the only way I can explain it.
I will say I can't think of one thing right now. But there are things that you do that I don't do well. So, we all have our little mishaps that don't go as well as they should. And it's human nature, Jason. There's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah. My downfall is dates and names.
Well, I have a lot of downfalls. I try to do too many things by myself as one of them, and I usually mess up when I do it. But I don't typically like.
You don't like to ask for help.
I don't like to ask for help. Mary Carl will say, "Mama, if you do that, you're gonna mess your neck up." And I'm like, just chill. It's okay. I can handle it. And she's right. I saw
where Mary said Jason can remember when to fertilize his plants, though. That's because I got it written down on my calendar, and I look at my calendar every day.
And then he tells me, Brooke, remind me Sunday that I have to fertilize.
I have to fertilize.
Remind me Sunday.
So I got where I'm really good at saying, hey, the S word, not the A word, but the S word.
Siri.
Set me a reminder or remind me when. Especially like if I got a meeting with somebody, I'll set like 3 reminders.
Yeah.
I'll do one the day before, I'll do one an hour prior, and I'll do one 15 minutes till because it will go.
Well, I will confess. Do you know what happened to me a couple of weeks ago?
What's that?
So we went on vacation to Universal Studios for the week, and Mary Carl had an orthodontist appointment that Monday after we came back.
And I cannot believe that.
And y'all, they always send me a text the morning of the appointment, like 2 hours ahead of time, saying Mary Carl has an orthodontic appointment, and we go in Montgomery. So, it takes me 30, 45 minutes to get there. I need to be prepared. You know what I mean? Well, I didn't get a text that morning. But I had it in my notes in my phone. We'd been on vacation. It slipped my mind. I did not show up. I did not show up for the appointment. And I called them that afternoon about 1:00 when I realized that I'd missed the 10:00 appointment. I said, I just simply forgot. It just slipped my mind. And I asked them about the reminders because it was my fault that I didn't remember, but I didn't get a text reminder like I normally do. And I had to pay the $25 late fee, which it was my fault. I told them it's my fault. Y'all shouldn't have to send me a text reminder for something that is my responsibility.
You get dependent on it, though.
I do.
You
And
do.
they have never not sent me a text, but they didn't
Mhm.
that time. And they said they had been having some trouble with their system.
You get dependent on it because teeth cleaning's the same way.
Well, I'll tell you this. Mary Carl was grinning from ear to ear when she realized I forgot.
I bet she was.
She was a happy camper. She was like, yes.
Oh, man.
And it ended up that they couldn't get to her for like 2 more weeks. So she had really a big vacation. And we didn't have to go back for 8 more weeks. So it's after July the 4th when we go back for the next one.
Well, she'll be happy.
Yeah, she'll be happy because she says that, Mama, if these things weren't on my teeth to hold them in, after I get an adjustment, they would fall out. I would just be sitting there and they'd just fall out. That's what she tells me.
It is getting better, though.
Oh, it's getting better. Her teeth look so good.
There's I see Nick and Zoe's in here.
Nick and
Chestnut Hill.
Zoe in the house.
You know, I've been waiting on.
Who?
I've been waiting on. I guess because they ain't all the way ripe yet. But I just been. I
thought you were talking about somebody.
No.
And you said they're not all the way right.
No. Right.
And I thought you were referring to Nick and Zoe.
Not right. They're ripe. And Nick
Okay.
and Zoe are pretty all right.
They're
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. I've been waiting for her to make a blackberry whoopie pie. And if she does, I'll be your test right here.
Listen.
I'll even buy the ingredients for her.
listen,
She tells me
listen.
what to get, and I'll get them for her. I'll be her test pilot on the.
Do
blackberry
y'all
whoopie
remember
pies.
when I told y'all that when we get our house complete and our kitchen cabinets are in, that Zoe's going to come over here and make whoopie pies? Well, this morning, as I was doing something in the kitchen, my guilt set in because I remembered that I told Zoe that, and
Oh,
we
goodness.
hadn't done it yet.
Well,
So we got to do it,
So
and we're
y'all-
going to do it with blackberries.
Y'all gonna do blackberry whoopie pies?
What do you think, Zoe? Will that work? This might be Nick. Who knows?
Well, Nick can say yes too.
I don't think we want Nick to come over and make whoopie pies. He might be the cameraman, but
She said with honey buttercream, but I've thought about it.
okay. So you get your recipe set, and I'm telling you right now to text me when you're ready, and we're going to make it happen.
She said we need a cornbread cook-off.
Who?
She said she's down.
Okay, good.
Or either Nick wants to do a cornbread cook-off.
I tell you what, he don't want to do a cook-off on,
What?
and that's a brisket, right, Nick?
Oh yeah, I like my brisket now.
Well, Nick's had your brisket.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was really good.
That was pretty good.
But yes, we would love for Zoe to come over and show us how she could make a blackberry whoopie pie. She
might-
can pick her flavors. She don't want to do blackberry.
She don't want to do blackberry. She want to do blackberry.
Yeah, because she might want to try a test on the camera. We got to make a video out of it.
I know.
So whatever you want to do, Zoe, if you want to make them cranberry, that'll be fine.
Oh, that'd be good too. But, phew.
Blackberry would be good.
I just think of it just that blackberry
filling.
buttercream. Is that what it's called?
Well, that's what she said, isn't it?
What's the main icing called? Is it buttercream?
Cream cheese.
Yeah,
No.
but isn't that what it's called?
I don't know, Dyson. You have to ask
I don't
Zoe.
know.
She knows.
Hmm.
So it's going to happen. It's going to happen. She's just got to name the date. Say
You got me.
when she can do it.
You got me real all messed up now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What'd she say there?
Yep, blackberries are in season.
Yep, they sure
Mhm.
are.
You know what that means? I need to kind of wait just a little bit and not eat all of them.
Right. You got to leave some for Zoe.
And I got to leave some for a blackberry cobbler.
It's probably not going to take that many for hers because we just want a subtle flavor, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want like 3 cups of blackberries.
No,
Just a
No.
little.
just a little,
Just a hint of blackberry.
but a lot in a blackberry cobbler.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many cups do you need in a blackberry cobbler? You know off the top of your head?
Well, I mean, you can do that simple recipe that's just a cup,
a cup,
a
and
cup of milk, a cup of butter, a cup of sugar, a cup of flour,
and
and a cup of blackberries. But
If I
yeah,
got you a cup of blackberries,
I can do it right now, live,
that's what I'm talking about.
live.
Maybe, you know what? That wouldn't be a good bad idea.
Do you want to go downstairs right now?
No, because I don't. It's raining. I gotta take the blackberries. But we ought to do live stream you cooking the blackberry cobbler.
I can do it.
Yeah,
I can do it.
that sounds like a plan to
So
me.
we got to sit there and talk while it bakes.
Oh, we can do that.
Okay.
We can absolutely do that now.
So the other night, y'all know Jason and Mary Carl like to have their TV time.
Yep.
The other night, they were having their TV time, and I needed to go to the grocery store. So my mom went with me, and we went to the grocery store. And as I'm getting ready to check out, they have that end cap that has all that. What's the brand of it? The ice cream?
Bluebell?
No,
Van Ewing.
What is it?
I thought it was Van Ewing or Van
I got
Lemon.
a picture
Van
of it,
Ewing.
so we're going to see. It is spelled VAN, and then another word is LEEUWEN.
Yeah.
All right, so in the ice cream cabinet that's on the end cap, y'all, I'm a sucker for some clearance.
Don't matter what it is.
Well,
ice cream.
It don't matter what it is. I mean, it really, we're not going to talk about that. But anyway, the ice cream was on sale. Man. And we've talked to y'all about these different flavors that this company has.
That's who made the ranch dressing ice cream.
Yeah.
Same company.
Don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
So I bought a lot of them. I bought everything that had on sale. And they were literally half off. So I'm going to tell y'all the flavors that I bought.
Ready.
Limoncello. Okay.
I'm a wordsmith.
Say it again.
Limoncello.
Cake.
Mm-hmm.
Hadn't had it.
Hadn't had that one yet.
Strawberry shortcake. Hadn't had it.
Mm-mm.
Honey graham cracker. He had it last night.
Y'all, it was so good. I'm telling you. And I told you, I got to a point where I made myself put the top on the ice cream and take it to you.
Well, let me tell you. So he's upstairs eating the ice cream, and he says, Brooke, I don't have the top.
Yeah.
And I said, Jason, there's not a freezer upstairs.
Yeah.
And so I knew either he was going to eat it all and need the garbage can, or if he got finished with it, he needed to come downstairs and get the top, right?
Man.
But you liked it, right?
I loved it. To me, we've had several flavors of this. That may have been my favorite one.
I liked it too. But the next one was carrot cake.
It was good too.
So carrot cake is like my favorite cake.
That is your favorite. I like it, but it's not my favorite.
That was great.
You love carrot cake.
It was really, really good.
Wasn't there like a snack cake?
Yes, and it had white icing on it.
It had the white icing on the top.
And you could buy it at the grocery store.
Yes.
And I've not seen those things in years.
I bet they don't make them anymore. Kind of like the,
Little Debbie, but it was a carrot cake.
You had the Twinkies. You had the regular Twinkie.
Yeah.
And then you had the Twinkie that had the yellow icing on top. That one with the yellow icing on top was 10 times better than just the old plain Twinkie.
So this is the next flavor that I bought.
Yeah.
Blood orange chocolate chip.
That doesn't sound great.
I bet it might be.
But I bet it is good.
Okay. Then summer peach crisp.
That's the one I almost grabbed
last night
because it just did.
And then we have hot honey.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have sweet maple cornbread.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good too.
So we've got a lot of ice cream to be tasting.
We've got a lot of ice cream to be tasting. I was just thinking, didn't Twinkies take those off the shelf or they don't exist anymore or whatever?
I think they brought them back though.
I was fixing to say, I wish we would have freeze dried some.
I think they brought them back if I'm not mistaken. But those carrot cakes, I gotta figure out who that was made by, and if
they had the white icing on top.
Why they don't make them anymore?
Maybe the same reason they quit making the Twinkie.
Well, that was COVID, I believe.
No, I think they just sales was down. Obviously,
who doesn't love a Twinkie though?
No, especially with that yellow icing on the top of it. I mean, come on.
With the cream filling in the inside.
Yes. I don't know what that yellow icing was supposed to be. It wasn't lemon. But y'all, that yellow icing on top of that Twinkie was something else.
And you know what you could always do? You could peel that icing off into one piece.
It'd pop off, and you could. There have been many times where I would just eat the icing and think, I'm done with this Twinkie.
So speaking of eating, yesterday it rained too, and while it was raining, I made a squash casserole.
You did.
I made a squash casserole. It took 4 cups of squash. If y'all have been following us, we've had squash out the yin yang, and 4 cups. that's quite a few squash.
It is.
So I got it made yesterday and I popped it in the refrigerator because I had plans for dinner last night. And tonight we're going to try that wonderful squash casserole.
I can't wait.
And if it's good, we'll post the recipe on the website.
And you fried some squash too.
And I air fried some, y'all, and it was
It didn't
terrible.
turn out. It was not
terrible.
It did not turn out good at all. As a matter of fact, we try to not eat anything fried anymore. And that's been going on for a while now. We just don't. As a matter of fact, I thought I'd done something great today. I'm not going to lie. Well, I'll get to that first. But you tried air frying the squash, and it wasn't that good at all.
I tell you what I did wrong when you finish.
But then you said, I'm just going to go and fry it. Fried squash is it's so buttery.
It is.
I don't know. And you don't add any butter to it.
No.
But the squash itself, it is so light and buttery. It is so daggum good.
Well, I knew that I had y'all's hopes up for the squash. We had went out and picked it. We had plans of having fried squash. I air fried it.
Squash.
And it was terrible.
So
then I got my pan out and I just fried the squash. And I think you and Mary Carl, I don't know which one ate more. I ate the terrible air fried because I did not want to eat the fried.
I know my fried foods taste so good because they are good, but man,
so
it's not good for you.
I found a recipe because I wanted to know how long to cook it for.
Yeah.
That's my air fried thing is I bread it the way I want to, but I need to know how long to cook it. So the recipe I found, it was too complicated. It was dip it in the egg and season it with this and then breadcrumbs and then cornmeal. And I didn't want to do all that.
Yeah.
So I did it just like I do my regular fried squash. I put just cornmeal on it, put it in the air fryer. And it was like a powdered donut without the donut in the center.
Chalk on it or something. It wasn't good at all.
It was terrible.
But what I was saying is I thought I had done something special today.
What? Because you had a good lunch?
Well, you said I'm making you
your favorite lunch.
My favorite. And that is I love hot wings. And you said I'm making you air fried hot wings today. And I was like, the first thing I said, well, what did I do? He thought he had some stars in his crown. What'd I do?
He thought he did something really good. And y'all know what my response was? If I don't use them, they're going to go bad.
But I did request. I forgot I actually had requested it.
Of course you did.
I requested
but I've had them for a week or so in the
Mhm.
refrigerator waiting on the perfect time. And since it was raining, I had time and fixed you a good lunch.
It was good. It was so good. I eat it every time. I eat every. I don't know how many you fixed me.
16.
I eat them all.
I fix him 16 at a time, and I freeze the other 16. It's usually 32 in a pack.
I love them, and they're just as good in the air fryer as they are fried. They are, and they are. If you've never done air fried hot wings, do them. They're way more healthier for you.
That's right. And all I do is take the Hooters breading and just shake them in a Ziploc bag with the Hooters breading. Cook them for 8 minutes on one side at 400 in the air fryer. Flip them over. Do it 8 more minutes. And then Jason likes the Texas Pete hot sauce. So I just put the Texas Pete in a Tupperware bowl, put the hot wings in it, and shake them around. And he says they're just like a restaurant.
Tastes just like one to me. It does. And I tried the Franks. A lot of you guys said the Franks, and I liked it too. I liked it just as well.
Well, we had the Texas Pete opened up already, so that's what I used today. And then I always mix up the ranch dressing rather than using it out of a bottle, just to make it extra special.
Somebody said go check Miss Brenda out, that she's got an excellent Alabama squash recipe.
I was seeing Miss Brenda. We're talking about Brenda Gant from South Alabama. I saw her video earlier, and she had a flamingo apron on. And I've told you guys before that I was able to meet her at one point in TJ Maxx. And, of course, she didn't know who I was, but I recognized her through somebody else saying, "Did you get your video finished today?" And I thought the person was talking to me, and I said, "No." And then I heard Brenda say, "I actually didn't do it this morning," or something like that. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I thought she was talking to me." And there's Brenda Gant. But my thinking was that Brenda ought to see if she can't get on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
There you go.
Because she's a lot older than I thought she was too. Like Martha Stewart's what,
1.
81. And well, Brenda's not that old, I don't think, but she looks so good for her age.
She does.
Age is just a number.
That's right.
But
it's all that good home cooking.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Well,
it's all that good home cooking and the probably fresh vegetables out of the garden.
Well, she buys hers at the farmer's market. I saw that she said she was so happy that the farmer's market opened up because she had a mess of squash on the one I was watching.
Well, maybe that's the one they're talking about.
Maybe so, but I wasn't able to finish it because I had to go cook them hot wings. At least I didn't have to stand over the stove and fry them, though, right?
Oh, that's right. Absolutely, they're so good. Oh my gosh.
When we first moved in our house, we had the air fryer, and if y'all don't know this, Teflon will kill birds.
Right.
Any kind of coated pan that you cook with that's inside your house and heats up, it'll kill a bird just like that.
Like
you'll never know what
and
happened.
your parakeets and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So our air fryer's out on the porch, and at about 8 minutes in, here comes Rocky and Bandit walking on the porch like, Mama, you sure are fixing us something good.
Something smells great.
Because it was smelling up out there.
Oh, man.
Air fryer on the porch.
Oh, man.
But it's covered, so I just use it out there versus being on the inside and
taking a chance.
Potentially harming the birds.
Yeah.
I know they're shut up in another room, but we don't take any chances.
That's right.
What else, Jason?
Oh man, I don't know. What else? What else is happening?
Well, I know that when the rain stops, we got to go out there and mark out where Moody Shelter's going to go.
Because Brett and them, the rain's kind of messed them up. They were going to start yesterday and then today, but
so if the rain holds off enough, we gotta get some marking paint and go figure out where we want Moody to reside in the pasture.
The cattle shelter.
Cattle shelter.
Yep.
So
it still looks gloomy outside.
It
Did you
does.
look at the radar?
Well, I did earlier because Mary Carl wanted to know, and we thought it was gone, and then lo and behold, it started raining again.
And y'all, it's one of those rains where it's not like a front coming in like it normally is. It's not coming from the east or the west or northwest or whatever. It's like an amoeba. It's just forming all just like this. And is it gone?
You can see that the whole state has green.
Yeah.
And it's just
kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
It's not moving out. It's just sitting there and just forming. It's just
coming
weird.
up.
Just a weird pattern there than we're used to seeing. We're used to seeing a line come
from the west. But this is, well, I heard the meteorologist say that we had some Gulf moisture. So I guess it's coming from that direction, even though it's popping up sporadically.
I guess that's what it's doing.
But yeah, I gotta get that casserole in the oven. It's 5:00, and I'm anxious to see how it is so I can let you guys know what I think about it.
And if it's good, then we'll put it on the website.
That's right. Yeah. And what I liked about it is that I didn't have to stand there and grate all that squash. You know, some of them call for grated squash.
Oh, this is kind of like a au gratin. Did I say that right?
Oh, goodness. Here we go. Right? But I sliced it up and thin little rounds.
Yeah.
And then sauteed it with some onions. And then the rest of the ingredients will be told if it turns out well. We'll take a picture of it tonight.
Right.
It's got Ritz crackers on the top, and I didn't put those on there until I get ready to cook it.
Brooks squash au gratin casserole.
Oh, goodness.
Or is it au gratin? I think it's gratin.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I don't know
how to say it either, do you?
Nope. But I also am not attempting.
Oh, me. Oh, me.
Well, I guess if something exciting happens between now and next Tuesday, we'll jump on a live. But otherwise, we'll see y'all next Tuesday, just like normal.
Unless we get the ingredients to do this
blackberry whoopie pie, but that won't be on a live.
No, the I call it the lazy man cobbler.
Oh, yeah.
The one.
Well, that's kind of a special thing.
Yeah.
If we find something special like the Dr. Pepper ice cream taste off.
Zoe said I said it right.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Zoe knows.
She knows what she's talking about.
She does. Yeah. She's the cook in this family. And we are all one big family. So
Oh me.
Zoe's the cook.
Zoe's the cook.
I'll be the cleaner. What you gonna be?
Oh, somebody said there when their kids were little, they thought I was saying old rotten.
Oh, they're.
You know, that's funny when you're a kid, how you hear something different.
Yes, yes.
And you know, you think that's what it is. And that's pretty funny. And I can relate to that too. That's pretty funny.
I did ask Mary Carl. She loves squash.
Yeah.
And I asked her if she was going to try the squash casserole.
Yeah.
And she said I might.
Ooh.
I don't know if that means that she is or she isn't, but
I might.
She would like it if we could get her to try it.
Yeah.
But she won't. I hope she's not watching this. But she has a tendency to do you see her?
No.
She has a tendency to not want to try anything to decide if she likes it or not.
That's right.
What'd Michael say?
He said, where them figs at? They're ways away.
They are a ways away.
And I saw one more thing I wanted to say real quick. It went by so fast. It was Candy Allred says it is her wedding anniversary, 36 years.
Today? Wow.
Yep.
Happy anniversary.
That's right. Happy anniversary. Oh, and I wanted to say this, and I haven't seen, I don't know exactly how it works because we're watching it on this, but maybe you guys, maybe I go back and watch it on the other thing. But
just spit it out.
But there's a little, it's a little membership thing that YouTube has now, and it's I just did it because we get asked a lot about stuff like we would like to give this, we'd like to do that, but you get these little emojis that I set up, but I hadn't seen them. Maybe you can't see them on here, and if any of y'all are on there, can the emojis work that are in the membership on YouTube? I was just curious if the emojis even worked. But I set up little emojis, and it's me, actually. It's actually me. It's the picture of me, like doing a thumbs up or a thumbs down and a yay.
But you have to be a member of our...
It's a little YouTube membership.
You have to join our membership.
It's $2.99 a month. That was as cheap as that YouTube would let me do it. And I just thought it would be fun for some of you guys to see if it's working. Somebody said, yeah, it's working. Okay, cool. All right, it says yay. That's mine. I can't see it on here, but it's working. I was just curious if it worked or not. Okay. I was just curious. But
then as time goes on and they continue their membership, doesn't it evolve to like a peaches or?
Oh no, they all get a little badge, but the badge changes if you've been a member for so many. There's somebody that says love. They're working. Thumbs down. Okay, cool. I see. I don't see them, but it says the word, so it's working. Okay, I was just curious if it worked or not. I was just curious. So thank you for letting me know that works. Somebody said there's a no join button. I don't really know what it is. Some of you guys found it, so somebody says hand waving, so it's working. Good. Good.
Okay.
Right. I was just curious. It should, if you are interested in it, it should be on there somewhere.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go cook dinner.
Let's go cook.
I'm gonna go cook.
I'm gonna go taste.
Okay, let's go.
Y'all be good.